over my shoulder here, you see the stockpile on the stove. We're getting it ready to boil. Here are our jalapeños. The first step in this process is going to be boiling these for 10 minutes. And this step primarily serves to take the heat out of the jalapeno itself. So once we have the pot to boil, put the jalapenos in, go through the 10 minutes, take them out. We're going to strain it with the colander here. And then we have an ice bath ready. Ice water. And once we strain the water out, jalapenos are in this colander, I'm going to submerge it into the ice bath, which we call blanching. And it's primarily to stop the cooking process. We obviously don't want our jalapenos to be soggy. We want them to still have structure. That way when we go to bread them, they're not falling apart. Forward 10 minutes. Our jalapenos have been parboiled. We have blanched them, and now I'm going to cut them in half and take the membranes and seeds out of them. Notice gloves. I recommend that you wear them because it is jalapeno and it is hot. And keep in mind, before you go touching or wiping your nose or anything, don't do it with the gloves on or anything that's touched the membrane or seeds. Otherwise, you're going to be in a lot of pain. So, heads up. I have removed all of the seeds and membrane from our jalapenos. Now we're going to take our stuffing, which consists of 4 ounces of cream cheese and 6 ounces of cheddar cheese, a tablespoon of garlic powder, and we're going to fill up the inside here of our jalapenos, which have been cut in half. And once we do that, we're going to put them back in the fridge and let them set up. I usually let them set up for about 15 to 30 minutes before we go to the breading process. I have stuffed all of the poppers with the filling. Now I'm going to go put them in the fridge, and then we will follow up with the breading process. All right, 24 hours later, our poppers here, ready to go, set up in the fridge, and we're going to begin our breading process, which entails 3 bowls here that I have. The first one has got our almond milk in it. It's a preference of mine. I use almond milk in everything I do. I don't like regular milk. If you do, that's fine. You can use that. This is a cup of milk here. And then in this bowl, I've got 2 cups of flour. I added a tablespoon of garlic powder and then 2 tablespoons of Tony's. And so the first step of the breading process is going to take our jalapeno pepper. We're going to put it in our milk here, get it nice and covered, and then we're going to put it into the flour bowl. And we're going to do this with all of them and then set them on the sheet, put them back in the fridge for 10 minutes and let them set. We're going to do this twice. That way it has a thick coating, so when we put them in the fryer, they don't leak our cheese out. And then our final step, after we do that 2-step coating process with the almond milk and our flour, we do breadcrumbs. These are the poppers after their first pass of breading process through the flour, the milk and flour. I'm going to go put them in the fridge for 10 minutes and then take them out and start to set. Our jalapenos have been dipped in the almond milk and the flour twice now. They've been allowed to set up in the fridge. Our final step of the breading process is taking these, putting them in the milk one last time, and then all the poppers are breaded. Full process is finished. I'm going to stick this back in the fridge for another, you guessed it, 10 minutes. Allow it to set up before we put them in the fryer over here. And these are going to go in the deep fryer for 2 to 3 minutes at 365. 3 minutes later, 365 degrees in the deep fryer, you have yourself some badass, beautifully golden jalapeno poppers. They're my favorite. I'm going to have to make a video to show you guys this raspberry dip that I like to put them in. And my homemade ranch too. But again, thanks for tuning in. Until the next video.